Man, Samuel Akpan, he joins me live on the show. A very good morning to you, Mr. Samuel Akpan. Welcome to Signature Sports on Signature Television.
Good morning, my bro. Good morning, Signature Sports. Good morning, Signature fans. We are live.
All right, quickly, Mr. Akpan. The news broke out yesterday where the Nigerian Football Federation have decided to have a special award for a team, for players that have done well. What do you think the NFF had in mind with this? Is this a good move for them, or better still, a way where it's just a waste of fun?
No, I want to look it from another angle. Yeah, I want to look at it from an angle where the NFF carries the media along in these noble feats. When I mean carry the media along, when you give somebody a player of the month, goal scorer of the month, there should be incentive behind. Do you understand? You don't just give it and it ends at the back door. You have to make sure that all the media houses, like bringing Signature TV into the fold, making sure that it's being broadcasted, it's being heard, people are seeing it, people are reading it. It's not just giving. It's about bringing the branding around that particular award, and also let there be a very good incentive behind the award. I recall a couple of days ago, I saw somebody who won man of the match in one of the NWFL league, or the second division, was given 5,000 naira. And I'm asking, what can 5,000 naira do? Why? Okay, if I win it, and you give me 5,000 naira, what is it doing economically to me? How is the motivation right? So the motivation has to be right. The media hype has to have to be right. If not, it will just be us going back in circles. But good one from the Ibrahim Gusau-led administration.
Absolutely, a very good one for the Ibrahim Gusau-led administration. It seems that fans have received this news with open heart. More like, let there be transparency and let the best man win the award, right?
Yeah, let the best man win. Let the best man win. But the problem is that we don't see the league on TV. We don't see the league on TV, so we cannot even judge. You understand how many people go to the stadium? How many people know what's happening in the league? How many people know what's happening in the NNL? Do you understand me? When the league is on TV, when the league is on show, when the league is on display, we can all tell what is happening. We can all tell who the player of the season is. We can all tell who the player of the month is. We can all tell who the goal of the who's going to win the goal of the month. But when it's not on TV, it is hard. It is hard. You know, we need to get certain things right before we do certain things. It is a good move. It is a noble move, but the league has to be clear. The media hype. The move around the football has to be really, really high, because you see Nigerian playing football and it's not even on TV. It's not on radio. Before, you can tune into radio and listen to the league and watch and listen to Nigeria play, but now it's hard because the people at the top managing our football don't think that media can play a key part in rebranding, in projecting the league and the awards.
Alright, let's move away from the Nigerian Football Federation and discuss some coaching saga. Let's move over now to Senegal, where we hear that Senegalese coach Aliou Cisse, ex-Senegalese footballer, he has resigned from his position following the expiration of his contract. To me, this is a big blow for the Teranga Lions of Senegal. You are a fan of Aliou Cisse. What do you think could be the reason? Remember that he signed a contract extension just shortly before the just concluded AFCON. And now he says, I am done.
Yeah, but looking at Aliou Cisse, fantastic guy, a PSG legend, a former Senegal captain. He has been under serious pressure. He has been under serious pressure, intense pressure, not just from is a football love I remember back in 2002 when the likes of Diouf went to the Korea-Japan World Cup and stunned the world and went straight to the quarterfinals. That's how powerful football is in Senegal. And looking at what is happening around Aliou Cisse, following the team's disappointing performance at the 2023 African Cup of Nations, where they were eliminated in the round of 16th, recent draws against Burkina Faso and a narrow win over Burundi sparked widespread criticism, leading to the federation's decision not to elongate his contract, which is quite, if you ask me, I would say it's fine. He has been there for 9 years. But the problem is, who are you bringing in right now? Who are you going to bring in right now? Who is going to take over from Aliou Cisse? Are you going to bring in a foreigner? Are you going to bring in an indigene? Because we know, according to figures we are getting from Senegal, we are hearing that they are prioritizing indigenous coach. They are prioritizing indigenous coach, and they are prioritizing someone that can carry on from where Aliou Cisse has stopped. That means you're getting someone that's indigenous, probably someone that's been in the circle of Aliou Cisse, or probably someone that is within the federation or within the league system in Senegal, and continue the good works that Aliou Cisse has done. Don't forget, this man broke the record for the Senegalese national team when he took charge, and he won the Nations Cup. So he leaves a remarkable legacy as Senegal's longest serving head coach. He made history in 2022 by leading Senegal to the first ever African Nations Cup. As a player, Cisse made 36th appearance for Senegal, and one of the highlights of his tenure will be his transformation of Senegal into a continental force, if you ask me.
Wow, such a beautiful profile for Aliou Cisse, who calls it quit for Senegal. I'd wanted to ask you quickly, what's next for Senegal? Not in terms of what the Football Federation of Senegal wants, but for the players. We have seen this bromance between the players and Aliou Cisse during his time, but now that he has resigned, what's next for Senegalese players?
Big deal. It's not a big deal, Mr. Franklin. It's not a big deal because it's about man management. You can bring in a coach, and all that Aliou Cisse have worked for, or the federation have toiled for in the past 9 years, can be destroyed. You understand? Can be destroyed. You can bring in a coach that understands man management, understands the environment of the football of Senegal, understands the egos in the dressing room. The egos in the dressing room is key. If you bring in a coach right now that's going to destroy, bring in various cam and cabals within the dressing room, you will see that the Senegalese football is just going to nosedive. But I know they are aware of all of this, and one of the key priorities is bringing somebody who can massage the ego. When I mean massage the ego in a positive way, where you can get results. We see what's happening in the Super Eagles when Philippe George came in and Austin Guavon came in. We see the two difference. So if you bring in somebody that is going to propel the team from the dressing room, you don't propel the team with tactics. You don't propel your team with formations and brilliant ideas about how football needs to be played. You propel the team from the dressing room to the training ground, and from the training ground where they kill themselves for the country, they take that mentality, that attitude, that character to the pitch of play. You understand? So the dressing room is key. Bring in a coach that is going to massage, that is going to synergize, that symbiotic synergy that we see in Senegal. Do it really well. Bring the dressing room together, and you will see the team propel, go to glory, conquer anything that's going to stand as an obstacle in front of them.
I love it when you mention ego, when you mention the dressing room, and when you mention boldness in your assertion of Senegalese football. This brings me to the next point of discourse. You are a well-traveled journalist, a sport fan, and of course a sport writer. You are one of the NFF, permit me to add, even though that has not been made official, but come on, it is something that we have been working towards in terms of the entourage of the Nigerian Football Federation. You just came back from Cameroon not quite long, and the information we are gathering has it that the Fecafoot president, Samuel Eto'o has been banned for 6 months following his violation of the FIFA disciplinary code of Article 13 and 14. What's your take on this?
I think it's a strong statement. I think I'm going to say this here for the first time. Behind the scene, Motsepe is trying to strategize to solidify his position as CAF president. And one of the guys that have been opposing Motsepe quite some time right now has been Samuel Eto'o. You understand? So, looking at what I just said now, and looking at what has happened right now, you can see that there are hands behind the scene that want Samuel Eto'o to just be quiet for a while so some agendas can attend. Okay, so Samuel Eto'o is not even doing himself really well. He's not doing himself really good, because if you look at right from the Nations Cup, the spotlight has been on Samuel Eto'o. Remember, he had a spat with a fan.
True.
At the Nations Cup, and also at a FIFA event, at a first FIFA cadet event. So, otherwise, as a lot of country, you have characterized to 100. FIFA doesn't play with their disciplinary committee. A couple of days ago, I had a talk with one of the CAF, one of the biggest guys in CAF that is in charge of discipline and integrity, and he's saying that if you don't have integrity, if your character is not right, don't come close to African football. You understand? And these measures are really strong measures taken by CAF, and it's being transmitted to FIFA that this is our stand. Anything you do, we stand by you. And like I said earlier, the politics that is playing in African football is really, really strong. If you stand against Motsepe, you might get burnt. You might get burnt, like burnt really bad. And Eto'o needs a fire extinguisher right now. If not, he might get burnt badly.
Talking about being burnt, literally, of course, not in the real sense. Mr. Akpan is still talking about Samuel Eto'o. We hear that there have been a jubilation in Fecafoot, as well as some of his, I wouldn't want to call them enemies, but his opponent. They are saying good riddance to bad rubbish. In the 6 months, he will not be part of, he will not have a say in the men's and the women's category of Cameroon football. I keep saying that with his absence, there will be no administration promise for Cameroon football. The president is banned.
Yeah, the president is banned, but now the ban imposed on Mr. prevents him from attending men and women matches involving Cameroon's team at all categories on age group. That's according to FIFA statement. And a couple of days ago, according to feelers we got, Samuel Eto'o pulled up at the Fecafoot administration building with a Maybach. Why did he pull up with a Maybach? He pulled up with a Maybach because there have been speculations, there have been allegations that Samuel Eto'o has been eating corruption charges, allegations, allegedly that he has been eating Cameroon money and all of that, eating football money. So he pulled up with a Maybach. That Maybach, I think, is 2023, and it is only 150 people that have that Maybach in the world. It costs over $600,000 to have that. That's over 150 million or 300 million Cameroon money. So he pulled up with that as a statement that, look, I have money already. It's not about the money. You understand? Administratively, I have been here since 2021. We have done so many good things for Cameroon football, and there's a little bit of stability, but we have not seen that in the league. We have not seen that in the cadet team. We have not seen that in the women football, and that is where the problem is. But Samuel Eto'o was in the administrative building about a couple of days ago. He pulled up with I have to put it back. He pulled up with a Maybach worth over $600,000.
Crazy indeed, we must say crazy from Samuel Eto'o. Even as the president, we know him to be a successful and one of the richest footballers in Africa. Before I let you go, Mr. Samuel Akpan, I know you have been itching to have your voice in the UEFA Champions League games that went down yesterday as well as the format. So I will do you the honors. Let's see in the next 5-6 minutes how we can wrap this conversation up as we talk about the UEFA Champions League. Not too good results yesterday for Real Madrid and the likes of Bayern Munich, but impressive result for Benfica, impressive results as well for Liverpool and also for Lille Metropole, who did the unthinkable, defeating Real Madrid for the first time since May 2023.
Fantastic! I was watching that game. I was asking Carlo Ancelotti that you underrated these guys. You underrated these guys because why would you put why is Mbappe not playing? Why do you start with Endrick? Endrick in the league comes in 80th minute, 85 minutes, and now you're in the Champions League, and you know what happened in the last time you were out in the Champions League, and now you're playing Endrick. I think Real Madrid underrated them. Carlo Ancelotti didn't do his selection really well, and Real Madrid pushed for the equalizer, tried everything they have. Dani Carvajal, Antonio Rudiger, Arda Güler, named them Vini Jr., they all came close. Jude Bellingham, they were trying everything. But that didn't come to fruitility because Lille's victory boosts their Champions League hope. And right now, Real Madrid, the current holders of the Champions League, I wouldn't say it's not over yet, but this is not how Real Madrid is. This is not the Real Madrid we need to know. Real Madrid have gone 37 games unbeaten prior to meeting Lille, and now the 37 game is just gone like that because of a careless selection from the man they call Carlo Ancelotti. But the biggest one for me yesterday as a Nigerian was my man, our guy, Ademola Lookman. He shone like a million star yesterday. He got a goal, he got an assist, and they trashed Shakhtar Donetsk 3-0. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Away from home.
Yeah, they were away from home, yeah.
And they had to show class in that one. But Vincent Kompany, on his return to England, did not know what hit him. And now Emery, proven why is the man for the job in Aston Villa.
We always know that when it comes to Bayern Munich, they love to push out. They love to pull everybody close to the middle line. And we know Unai Emery. Anytime he tweaks his formation according to the team that he's going to play. He tweaks his formation according to the strength of players that he has at his disposal. And yesterday, my brother, Unai Emery, masterclass, master tactician, he made sure that he punished Bayern Munich with the slightest mistake that they presented to him. It was a great game. I think it's an eye-opener for Vincent Kompany that you don't play in the Champions League. If you play in the Champions League, like we usually say, if you snooze, you lose definitely, and that's what happened to Bayern Munich, my bro.
That was what happened to Bayern Munich. And looking at the Champions League table, it's quite funny. This is not the table that we used to know, but it is the new format of the UEFA Champions League with 36 teams fighting for qualification into the next round. Surprisingly, Borussia Dortmund, Brest, Benfica, Bayer Leverkusen, Liverpool, Aston Villa and Juventus all sit with 6 points from 2 wins. No Manchester City, no Arsenal, no Real Madrid. Funny, we must say.
Yeah, no, the new format is quite tricky, but it's quite simple, even though how tricky it looks. We have 36 teams that will take part in a league format. The whole 36 team will play 8 games. Unlike the last format that we have, where you are compulsorily playing 6 games, but now you're going to play 8 games. And after the 8 games, the top 8 get automatic qualification into the next round, which is the round of 16. Then from 9th to 24th, that is from 9th on the log to 24th on the log, you are going to play playoffs. You're going to go play playoffs that will take you into the next round, which is a round of 16, the knockout stage that we don't know. Then from 25th to 2036, eliminated, go home and do anything you want to do. Then from there on, you can understand what is happening. Like I said earlier, that yes, it's going to take a toll on the players, but the big boys in the Champions League know what they are doing. Right now, they're trying to preserve some legs, but I will urge the team. We have seen players come out to say, we are playing more games, we are having more games to play, the stretch is too much, it's taking a toll on us. The players' injury in the Premier League, and the Spanish La Liga, and the Bundesliga, and the French Ligue 1 has increased by over 47%, unlike the previous season, because the players are just coming, they play the league, they go to the continent, their international duties, they play, they come back again, there is no rest for the players, so it's taking a toll on the players. But I don't expect teams like Manchester City, Real Madrid, and all the big boys to complain, because you have money to sink in and have a good bench. When you have a good bench, you can rotate your team easily, share the game amongst players, and you have enough rest leg for your players. So for me, the new Champions League format is beautiful. It's pitching the best with the best, not the best with the lowest or the lowest ranked team. It's a beautiful one, and I can't wait to see more Nigerians shine. Remember, a couple of days ago, about 2 days ago, Victor Boniface was also on the score sheet. Nigerians are firing, painting the UEFA Champions League green, white, and green.
Absolutely. And finally, before we let you go on the show, there will be action in the Europa League where Manchester United will be away from home to go take on FC Porto. And after that, they will play Unai Emery in the English Premier League. Put yourself in the position as a Manchester United fan. Where is your heart? In your hands or in your mouth?
I want to plead with you, yeah? That place that you're putting me now, I should put myself there. I beg to remove myself.
Oh, wow.
I want to remove myself. I don't want to put myself there because I understand what the Manchester United fans are going through. By any Manchester United fan you see, I hug them. If you have something, dash them. Even if you have fuel, give them fuel. Because they are going through a whole lot. They are going through it's not easy week in, week out. You'll be shouting, we are nearly there, we are nearly there, we are nearly there, and you're not there. For the past 2 seasons, Erik ten Hag, yes, he has won them some couple of trophies. Yes, he has, but this is a man that has lost over 30-something games. How many games did Mourinho lose? How many games did David Moyes lose? How many games did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer lose? But this man has lost over 30 games, or 37, going to 40 right now, and is still there. For me, the players that are at Manchester United right now don't understand what it means to wear the jersey. The players that are at Manchester United right now don't know what it means to play for Manchester United. The players that are at Manchester United right now don't understand what it means when they sing the Glory, Glory Manchester United song. They don't understand what it means. So, but once you don't understand the tradition, it is easy, it is simple for you to play with the basics. So for me, I'm not expecting anything. I put my hope on Manchester United. My heart is guided. It's guided very seriously. I can't play with you or jeopardizing it by giving it to Manchester United. I feel that Erik ten Hag needs to be fired, needs to leave. They've given you 2 years. Look at Maresca. How many seconds did he need to perform? Look at what's his name again, Mikel Arteta. How many seconds did he need to perform really well and you can see glimpses of where Arsenal is going. Go to Bayern Munich and look at what Vincent Kompany is doing. You don't need time when you're in a big club. You need to hit the ground and run. Nothing more, nothing less. If they don't sack this guy, they might just sink.
Unai Emery versus Erik ten Hag this weekend. In 10 seconds, who do you give it to? At the Villa Park.
Unai Emery, without thinking, without even thinking twice. I need Unai Emery because Manchester United have conceded goals in a reoccurring manner. When I mean reoccurring manner, it is quite simple that if you look at the goal against Liverpool, it was the same. They considered very from the same pattern. If you look at the goal against Brighton Hove Albion, they considered from the same pattern. If you look at the goal against FC20, they consider from the same goal pattern. That means they've studied Manchester United. They know that if you put in pressure on the centre backs, lock the midfield, Manchester United have nowhere to go. That's why it is easy for Bruno Fernandes to lose the ball and they get punished. Eriksen to lose the ball and they get punished. Marcus Rashford will lose the ball and they get punished. Because once you put them pressure on the midfield, you are locking Manchester United. You're locking their activity. You're locking their transition. And Erik ten Hag has no other formation aside 4-2-3-1. My bro.
All right, thank you, Mr. Samuel Akpan, for joining us on the show. It was a pleasure having you.
Pleasure, my brother. Pleasure, my brother.